Okay, gang, we got two new Lawrence Petross pedals for you. We've got the Dutch, and we have the Kokopelli. Neither are like supposed to be anything in particular. Like they're not trying to sound like a old deluxe or something like that. No amp in the box. They just are interesting overdrive pedals. I would say they're both kind of aggressive. Not that they're high gain, but they both, they both give it to you. The Dutch is a little more transparent. It'll do a really nice low gain, sort of fattening and boost. It doesn't have a really bright top end, so if you already have a lot of bright top end, this would be nice because it kind of contains it a little bit and then pushes out the mid-range. And there is this high-low gain structure or boost in here. And you know what? I just realized there's no separate knob to tell how much gain it's giving, which is a real good thing because I never felt like, oh, it didn't give me enough boost or it didn't go to the right place. It's very nicely dialed in there. So the Kokopelli is a real interesting one in that it's kind of different. It took me a minute to wrap my head around and find out like, oh, what is this? So it's a nasty beast, I would say. It goes from like this dirty, growly, fuzzy stuff. It goes from gnarly, grindy, sort of like old Marshall-y kind of stuff. Yeah, it's really fun to play through. 3-band EQ, a mid-voicing switch. This AB is sort of a boost. I'm not sure if it's like a cascaded gain stage thing and with an extra knob to control that. Very distinctly different voices on the V1 and V2. V1 is much more scooped, wide, big bottom end, less mid-range, and then the V2 is much rounder and then pushes up the mid-range there too. So you could hear that in the opening tune. I thought it was kind of very apparent when you switch over to those sounds. All right, let's plug in and dig a little deeper. I'm plugged into a Rev D40. It's a 6L 6 bass amp, and it's pretty clean. I mean, with the Les Paul, it's just like almost like a big fat cranked super. The Kokopelli, let's start off there with, on the green side, it's a little more scooped. On the red side, it sort of pushes out the middle. And, this is what I was using for the drive. It's really raunchy and nasty. Let's back off the drive a little bit. So it's always kind of has that raspy, nasty, like angry character. You switch over to the V2. This is the control. I think they cascade, perhaps. There's this mid-voicing switch. Let me get you... That really thins it out. I loved it in the right hand position. Always, I thought that was the best place for it. And then there's a lot of range on this EQ. And the mids go down so much that it sort of becomes almost like a big muff. Dutch, to my ear, has like almost like an EL34 kind of mid-range push. When you flip to the higher gain mode, it gets a lot of mid push. So if you're already running like a really mid-rangey sort of setup, then this might not complement that well. But if you're running sort of a bigger, fatter thing and you need to get your sound pushed out over, this does it really well. So back to kind of reminds me of Slash a little bit, how his sound will poke out. Something like that. Little Terminator 2. Something like that. Anyway, it transforms a 6L6E sounding amp to more of an EL34E sounding amp to me. Really nice low gain boost too with Strats. So that is 2 new pedals from your friend Lawrence at LPD, the Dutch and the Kokopelli. These can be had, you just go to his website and then you click buy. It's very simple. If you're here, thank you for watching. Appreciate that. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye now.